Hello and welcome to another episode of Box Trek, where today we are taking a look at Dirt Trax FX for the Super Nintendo. Out of the gate, one of the first things you will notice about this game is the graphics. It makes use of the Super FX chip, a chip on the cartridge itself, which aids the Super Nintendo in producing 3D polygons. The most famous game in this series is Star Fox, but unlike Star Fox, where you have 3D polygons throughout the entire game, Dirt Trax FX uses sprites for the characters and 3D polygons for the courses, allowing for faster gameplay than that in Star Fox or another FX racing game, Stunt Race FX. And while this game may not be as good as other Super Nintendo racers, F-Zero, Rock and Roll Racers, or Super Mario Kart, I think it's pretty good in its own right. You can choose between 8 different characters who each have their own musical theme, which plays depending on whoever is in first place, has 22 different tracks, which all do feel pretty unique and different and are certainly enjoyable. They're definitely broken up pretty well. And the game has a tag mode in which you literally are put into an empty arena and you just try to race into other players to tag them, and it has a timer that counts down. So when you're the timer begins counting down from 3 minutes, and if it goes all the way down to 0, you lose. The tag mode itself is something that would be fun if you were playing with somebody else, but playing against the computer, it's kind of a mess. More often than not, you find yourself not able to at all catch the opponent, and then once you have caught them and they are you really can get away pretty easily, and so then you just drive around the course for 3 minutes avoiding them. The main focus of the game is a circuit mode in which you have 3 different difficulties to choose from. 50cc, or the kiddies difficulty, 125cc, which is normal, 250cc's, which is pro, but either way you play on the same tracks. You are greeted with some pretty cool intro animation where all the racers come out of the tunnel and line up together. And then the race begins, and it is fast. Again, I think it benefits from the fact that it's 2D sprites going on a 3D polygon track. The gameplay is fast, and it seems to control better than other Super FX games. Star Fox and Stunt Race FX just feel slow and sluggish and sometimes unresponsive. This game is quite the opposite. It plays the way you imagine it should play, if that makes sense. The only downside to the main mode is that the races themselves tend to be a little bit long. 15 laps for the first race, that's quite much. I think they could have done with 8 and been just fine. So in conclusion, it may not be the best racer on the Super Nintendo, but it might be the best Super FX racer, and that's saying something. If you want to check this game out today, you can do so through emulation, or it sells on eBay for roughly $8 for you collectors out there. If you like this episode, be sure to hit that subscribe button or check out our podcast on iTunes or come hang out on Twitch. We'll see you next time, and as always, thanks for watching.